General Hospital spoilers tease that Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, is trying to balance her work as mayor of Port Charles with parenthood. As viewers know, Ace Cassadine, Jay and Joey Clay, was recently adopted by Laura and Kevin Collins, John Lindstrom, after the little boy's mother, Esmond Prince, Avery Kristen Pohl, was presumed dead and his father Nicholas Cassadine, Adam Huss, was sent to prison. Laura is fortunate that she can work mostly from home, but there are still times that Ace needs undivided attention. Meanwhile, Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, is looking to fill her time now that she has taken some time off from her studies. Trina is mourning the death of Spencer Cassadine, Nicholas Chavez, Ace's older brother. Spencer and Esme were caught in a confrontation in Paris, with both of them presumed dead. Trina feels that by visiting Ace, she can somehow feel closer to Spencer. When Trina noticed the difficulty Laura was having, she offered to take Ace to the park and possibly babysit him on a regular basis. Laura was hesitant to accept Trina's offer because she wasn't certain it would actually be helpful in Trina's grieving process. Trina is an extremely responsible young woman, but she's not used to watching over a toddler. If she takes eyes off the little one even for just a moment, all sorts of things could happen. Perhaps Ace could wander off innocently to a remote part of the park. Or perhaps someone could kidnap Ace right under Trina's nose or after a confrontation. Esme's body was never found, so it's possible she made it back to Port Charles ready to reclaim Ace as her own. Ace will likely just have wandered away for a moment, but the crisis may cause Trina realize she needs to find a way to move on with her life. Trina may be harboring some residual guilt about Spencer, since he went overboard trying to protect her. But Spencer made that sacrifice so that Trina could live her life and not wallow in guilt and regret. Perhaps spending time with Ace and finding him safe and sound will convince Trina it's time to live again. What do you think? Is it a good idea for Trina to watch over Ace? Could something happen to Ace on her watch? What's next for Trina? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital, airing weekdays on ABC. Don't forget to check back right here regularly for all your General Hospital news, information, and spoilers. Port Charles is no stranger to mystery, danger, and heartbreaking twists, but nothing could prepare Trina Robinson for the sheer panic that overtakes her when she discovers that baby Ace is missing. The drama explodes this week on General Hospital as the lives of several characters are thrown into chaos. From haunted pasts to impossible choices, the disappearance of Ace Cassadine triggers a domino effect that could change everything, especially for Trina, who finds herself at the heart of a dark storm she never saw coming. It begins like any ordinary day, if such a thing even exists in Port Charles. Spencer is running late, Esme is unusually quiet, and Trina is planning a simple afternoon stroll with Ace, who has become a growing part of her heart. She's grown closer and closer to Spencer's little brother, and in many ways, Ace has become her symbol of hope and healing after so much heartache. But in a chilling twist, Trina arrives at the Metro Court Gardens, where she was supposed to meet Spencer and Ace, and the stroller is empty. At first, Trina thinks it's a mistake. Maybe Spencer took Ace somewhere else. Maybe Esme had a last-minute change of heart. But her blood runs cold when she realizes no one seems to know where Ace is, and his baby bag is still sitting at the table. Panic sets in. The clock is ticking. Within moments, Trina is on the phone with the police, her voice trembling as she reports Ace missing. Jordan Ashford springs into action, and Dante Falconeri joins the case, immediately securing the area and reviewing security footage. What they find leaves more questions than answers. Someone had been watching Trina and Ace for days. A dark figure appears in footage from multiple angles, keeping a careful distance, their face always obscured. But what's most terrifying? The footage shows someone casually walking off with Ace in a blanket. No force, no struggle, no sound. It was as if they knew exactly how to take him without causing a scene. And now, Ace is gone. When Spencer learns that his baby brother has vanished, he goes ballistic. Rage and fear war inside him as he storms through the PCPD, demanding answers. Spencer has fought tooth and nail to protect Ace ever since Nicholas abandoned him. And now, despite everything, the worst has happened. Spencer lashes out at everyone. Esme, Trina, the police. He even turns on Laura in a fit of grief, blaming her for not seeing the signs, for not keeping a closer watch. But it's Trina who receives the brunt of his pain, something she never saw coming. "You were supposed to protect him," Spencer shouts, not realizing how deeply his words cut. Trina flees in tears, shattered by the accusation, but determined to find Ace no matter the cost. Despite Spencer's cruel words, Trina refuses to give up. Driven by pure determination, and perhaps guilt, she begins her own investigation, diving into the shadows of Port Charles. She visits every place Ace could have been taken. She even tries to question Esme, who's suddenly gone quiet, refusing to talk. But Trina doesn't trust Esme. Not now, not ever. She remembers the manipulative girl who tormented her and Spencer, and a small voice whispers that maybe Esme had a hand in this. Did she stage the kidnapping to win custody? Or is she working with someone much more dangerous? Trina digs deeper. She finds clues that no one else seems to be putting together. Old connections to Victor Cassadine, hints of unfinished Cassadine business, and whispers of a hidden estate off the grid. Could someone in the Cassadine family have taken Ace to raise him in the shadows? Every step Trina takes brings her closer to danger, but she doesn't care. All that matters is bringing Ace home. Meanwhile, Laura Collins is reliving a nightmare she thought was long gone. First Nicholas vanished, then Victor returned from the dead, and now Ace has disappeared. She fears the Cassadine curse has returned to haunt her family. Determined to help, Laura joins the investigation, using her political influence to call in favors and dig into secret Cassadine properties. She grows increasingly suspicious that someone has been planning this for a while, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And she begins to wonder, is Nicholas back? Could he be behind this? Esme's reaction is strange, to say the least. She appears distraught in public, crying for the cameras and speaking to the police. But behind closed doors, she's distant, cold, even calculating. She keeps saying she can feel that Ace is okay, that he's safe. Her words unsettle Laura. Is Esme covering something up? Is she trying to send a secret message to someone? Or has she completely snapped? And then comes the twist. Jordan receives an anonymous letter with a simple message. Inside is a photo of Ace wrapped in Cassadine blue silk, sitting in what looks like a lavish nursery. But the image is grainy, the location untraceable. The note is unsigned, but everyone knows what it means. Someone has claimed Ace, and they're not giving him back without a fight. Trina is at her breaking point. She hasn't slept, she's barely eaten, and Spencer's words still haunt her. But she knows she can't quit. Ace isn't just a baby to her. He's a symbol of everything she and Spencer built together, everything they hoped for. In a quiet, emotional scene, Trina visits Taggart's grave, seeking guidance. "What do I do, Dad? I can't lose him. I can't lose Spencer." Her voice cracks as she promises to keep fighting. For Ace, for love, and for herself. As the days drag on with no real progress, Spencer finally comes to his senses. He finds Trina at the waterfront, exhausted and on the verge of collapse. He breaks down and apologizes for what he said, admitting he was scared and didn't know how to process his grief. "I lost my brother, Trina, but I can't lose you too." Trina forgives him, but things aren't the same. A part of her wonders if Spencer will always lash out when things go wrong. Will she always be his punching bag when life gets hard? Still, she agrees to work with him. Together, they vow to find Ace, no matter what it takes. In a final cliffhanger, viewers are shown the truth. Ace is being held in a remote estate in Europe. A shadowy figure walks into the nursery, whispering, "Welcome home, little prince." The figure steps into the light. Alive, unrepentant, and more dangerous than ever. Nicholas has returned, and he's taken Ace for a reason. One that could rock Port Charles to its very core. He believes the Cassadine legacy must live on, and in his twisted mind, he's saving Ace from a future filled with lies, betrayal, and weakness. The question now is, can Trina and Spencer stop him?